It's on both of them?
No, just this one, because it's the first week. That one's super leaning, but yeah, this one you can light. There you go.
And who's gonna light it on Sunday?
Go.
We do, tomorrow night will be Elliot, and then it's you again. Okay?
Okay.
Everybody gets turns.
Mama.
Aya? Aya? I'm gonna leave him for a few minutes. I've got him set up with a few minutes of Bluey. Wow. I don't know how long this vlog's gonna be. I will probably end up combining some days because this has just been, it's been a rough week. Basically ever since Callum was homesick last week, Elliot has been refusing to go to kindergarten and has resulted in just a lot at drop-off where he's refusing to go. And his teachers have been really wonderful, and they've all been like, this is very normal. You know, I mean, I guess he could stay home, but it's like, he did the whole settling in process and everything was fine and he did so well, and then he was sick and then he went back to kindergarten and did so well. And last week Callum was homesick and Elliot went to kindergarten and something in him just like went off, and I think he just was like, no, if people are gonna be home, I want to be home too. So the second day of Callum being home, Elliot just flat out refused. And like Roman was taking him so that I could stay home with a sick child. And like Roman called me and was like, Elliot's not going. Like, I don't know what to do and I have to go to a meeting. So I ended up having to go pick up Elliot. Roman just left the kindergarten with Elliot. I ended up meeting Roman on the road and then took Elliot, put him in the car, and Roman rode the bike off to the station to go to work. Like, I know he's fine. I know he's fine. It's just like the getting there, you know, the build up to it. Once he's there, he like goes, well, the first day when I brought him and he didn't want to go, his teacher was like, because I said, is he unsettled? And she said, no, we know he can do this. He's done this. He's done this for weeks. This is a phase. And then within 10 seconds with the teacher, he was calm and happy. And I stayed in his little garderoba, and she was like, stay here if you need to. You know, if you need to hear him, like, if you need to hear that he's settled, feel free to stay. And he was fine, and then he went off and played and was like happily playing. And I was like, okay, then I can go. But it's just like the build up to it is so awful, and it's just really taking a lot. And we don't really have many hours. Like, we're not doing the full day of kindergarten care yet because I purposefully wanted just more time with him at home. But I did want him to go for like a couple of hours every day just so that I could get some stuff done. It's Christmas season, there's a lot going on, and so I'm kind of dreading getting up and getting him to kindergarten, but I know that I need to get him to kindergarten. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Wow, what a morning. It's been a rough morning. Actually, today was a bit better. Today was a bit of an easier drop off. I think it's a huge shock to the system when like suddenly this child that's like happy to go to kindergarten is just like full on refusing. And so it was a big jump to the system and a big shock, and it was hard to deal with. But I think now it's like day 4 of this, day 3, day 4, I don't know anymore. It just kind of like, I have like a bit of an understanding of what to do and how to handle it a bit better. So like some simple things are, getting him dressed without talking about kindergarten is a key thing. And then when you're talking about kindergarten, make sure that he's also kind of like doing something else. so that when you're talking about it, he's able to talk, but he's not super emotionally invested, if that makes sense. So this morning I got him dressed while he was talking about his like cars that he was holding in his hand. And then we were talking about kindergarten, and it was then that he told me that he doesn't like when other kids take the toys that he's playing with. So, you know, they're all like 2-year-olds. They're all like, you know, they all play in the same space with the same toys. So I could see that like he's playing with something and another kid also plays with it, or Elliot puts it down. And like I have seen this happen where Elliot will put something down and then another child will like pick it up and play with it, and he'll think that that child is taking the toy. So that was really helpful because it was a bit of a breakthrough. Like he's never really told me why he didn't like kindergarten, but he did say that he likes to cuddle with his teachers, that they do make him feel really happy, and so that's good. So I told him that when he feels sad, he can go to the teachers for a cuddle, and if somebody takes his toy, then they can help him resolve that. So that helped a little bit, just like talking about it. Whenever we talk, I'm always reassuring him that I hear him, that I'm listening to him, that his feelings are important. I want to validate how he feels and validate his feelings. And so then I asked him, when we got the bag packed and got in the car, I asked him, because I drove him this morning. And then I asked him today when I got there if I can hold him when we go into the kindergarten. So I held him and I cuddled him, and I again told him that he's very brave and that I was thankful that he was telling me how he felt, and that it's okay to feel sad, that you can be sad and you can be nervous and you can be scared and you can be brave at the same time. But this morning was the first morning that he went and he washed his hands on his own, and he wanted me to just go with him when he did all these things. And I could tell that he was really trying. But he did it, you know, he went in. So I told him that if he went in and he could do it, that he could stay home tomorrow and we would do like Mommy Elliot time tomorrow. And oh man, it's like Roman's a really good dad, you know, like that goes without saying, but he just doesn't carry the emotional weight of parenthood the way that I do. And I don't know if that's like a male female thing. I never anticipated how heavy of a load it is to carry the emotional weight of your children. And it's like, when they're sad, you feel it too. When they're scared, you feel it too. You feel every single thing that your children are feeling. And I read something that was basically along the lines of like, you know, when your children are having these moments of high emotion, of high intense emotion, it does not help them because basically your kids are on an emotional roller coaster, and it doesn't help if you as the parent are on that roller coaster with them. What kids need is someone to basically stand there for when they get off that roller coaster, to give them a hug, to be like the stability that they need. I know that if I start crying, the kids will feel guilty. They'll feel badly for making me cry. Like, I just know that. So I don't want to put my emotions onto them. But when I'm by myself, you know, when I'm alone and we have, like right now, and they're not with me, I just feel so broken. Like, I just feel so overwhelmed. There's a car that's might hit my car. It's just a lot.
Biscuits.
Biscuits? What jams are you wearing, Linnea? Santa Claus jams. Why? What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow we get to open our first advent calendar.
Do you have an advent calendar?
I don't know.
You don't know? Let's see. Papa?
I'm keeping my ears closed and my mouth. My advent calendar.
Das ist für Elliot.
Ich weiß schon, was alles drin ist.
Oh my gosh. You can't open them yet though.
Morgen, Elliot.
You have to open them tomorrow.
Yes.
Yay! Your your advent calendars.
Thank you, Dad. And Mommy.
You're welcome. Is that exciting?
That's what I always wanted.
Linnea's got Playmobil. Elliot also has a Playmobil.
Okay, that's
His is a bit different because we had to put his together. So his looks a bit different.
When are we gonna open the first one?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. Okay?
What? Ich
Oh.
wusste, dass jetzt ein Playmobil-Dings ist, weil ich hatte doch dieses Paket mit den
Playmobil,
Playmobil.
the logo.
That's me baking cookies with
Aw. Linnea has a little Christmas bakery.
you. And that's Callum.
In der Weihnachtsbäckerei. Okay, but you have to get to bed. Okay?
I just need to get something.